Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about what's next for Marvel's Avengers. We're going to be going over announced stuff, confirmations, leaked stuff, as well as just discussed things. Alright, first we have a confirmation on what's coming next. Specifically, next. Now, J. Carr said, "What about releasing more game modes and new locations before new heroes?" And Brian responded, "That's what's coming next. So, new game mode will be coming in the next update." Next, Brian confirmed that the next Omega level threat would be the AIM cloning labs. Now, technically, that could be the new game mode. However, it could also be possibly patrol mode, which has also been talked about, which I'll get to in a little bit. So, I'm not sure exactly what is the exact next game mode, but this is the next one that is a Omega level threat. Here, Brian said that the next hero is new. Now, I don't know if this means it's not an Echo or just not similar to other characters, but personally I think it would just be not an Echo. Next, we have a confirmation that we will be getting smaller but more frequent updates and less huge updates like War for Wakanda. So basically what that means is we'll get an update with just a hero or some new game modes, but we won't have to wait 6 months to get it. I don't have an image for this one, but the patrol mode is still in development, Brian confirmed. Now, when asked about Brian's favorite MCU skins, he gave one for every character, except for Hulk, he just said it's an upcoming one, which confirms that we have a new MCU Hulk skin coming. Now, if I were to guess, I would say it's probably the Ragnarok Gladiator outfit, just because I don't know what else they could do that wouldn't just be slightly different pants. SheHulk. Now, SheHulk was originally supposed to be released after Black Panther, according to Miller, but is believed to have been pushed back to release Jane. Now, the voice actress also has confirmed that she is playing She-Hulk on Twitter and then deleted the tweet. And in a recent Avengers stream, Technique accidentally mentioned her as well, with Brian being visibly distressed by the fact that he confirmed this. So, She-Hulk is basically 100% coming to the game. Now, is she the next hero? I would think so, but plans definitely do change, so who knows. Now, I'm going to talk about the original beta data mine for a little bit. Some leaked characters for the beta data mine were Kate Bishop, Clint Barton, Black Panther, SpiderMan, and some other heroes that we haven't actually gotten yet, obviously. She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, War Machine, and Captain Marvel. Those characters all have a good amount of files in the game. Next, I'm going to talk about some that don't have many files, basically just related to them being a hero in the game, basically. Ant-Man, specifically Scott Lang, Wasp, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Falcon, Marvel, Mockingbird, Quake, and Vision. Now, real quick, I just want to say, Marvel, we kind of assumed that maybe he wasn't a hero and would rather be a NPC. However, with the Mighty Thor being added to the game as an Echo hero, it's possible he could be an Echo hero, maybe? I don't know. Spider-Woman appeared in the files early last year for the first time, so she is currently being considered for the game, I guess, or they've already decided to have her in the game. I'm not sure, but she could potentially be coming. Now, to talk more about Captain Marvel, she originally, like I said, was leaked in the beta and already has 2 designs in the campaign for the game. And recently, Miller tweeted that hashtag she is coming, and then followed up saying 2023, Year of the Cosmic. So, based off of the current storyline in the game going on, this seems about right. So, we should be getting Captain Marvel sometime next year, it seems. Winter Soldier now, also leaked in the beta and having a lot of files as well. Miller stated that there's lots of news on him, but didn't actually say what that news was. So he could potentially be coming at some point. I'd assume that he would be coming either like right before Captain Marvel or after. Next, Miller said that the team is against increasing the player count for the game, so don't know why they're against it, but don't expect it anytime soon, essentially. Now, onto 3 leaked skins for the game. First off, we have Thor's Ragnarok outfit from the beginning of Ragnarok with Surtur's crown on his back, and the crown even has physics, Miller has mentioned. Now, I took so long to make this video that this next skin already is in the game, and that is the Thor Love and Thunder skin. So, yeah, you've already seen that, probably. And third, an Iron Man skin, which I'm sure a lot of people will be excited about, is the Nano Gauntlet Tony, which is Tony's damaged and helmetless armor from the end of Endgame. It is confirmed to be coming, and it even has the Infinity Stones on his right arm. So, get ready for that. Now, another character that was leaked, War Machine, also leaked in the beta, could be coming sometime in the future, as he is one of the characters with the most files, and even has had his in-game design leaked around the time of release. Miller also mentioned recently that there is another mystery character coming that has not been leaked for the game. He didn't say who it was, but he did say that it is in fact not Morbius. Now, talking more about War Machine, Brian's favorite character is in fact War Machine, he's mentioned on Twitter, and he has a lot of ideas for him, so who knows. Brian also mentioned that speedsters are very difficult to make fun in games, especially multiplayer ones, and he said that you could kind of do a speedster making their animation look like running, but in actuality it would function more like a teleport. Now, since the way he's talking about this, I wouldn't expect to see a hero like Quicksilver in the next 2 or 3 years, and that's guessing if the game even lasts 3 years, so don't expect Quicksilver basically ever. Brian also said that he's noticed that Strange, Wanda, and Carol are the most requested heroes, in no particular order, and that he's not committing to anything or promising, but he has mentioned that he hears the fans of the game and that they could all be very good in the game. Now, obviously, this is good to hear, not because it's confirmation, but just to know that they are listening to the fans of the game. We're going to talk about the X-Men for a minute. Now, when asked about the X-Men, Brian said that he'll have to see what their ability is to access X-Men characters. It's not a hard no, but we would need to have a really good case for it. So, basically, don't expect X-Men characters. He also mentioned on Discord recently that Wolverine is probably not coming to the game anytime soon because there's a lot of mainstay Avengers that aren't in the game and would probably be coming before him. So that's not confirming that Wolverine and X-Men characters will never come, but they are not at the top of the list on brain fart. They are not on the top of the list, essentially. Brian also mentioned that engineering would take a look at possibly having the audio logs be playable during gameplay, which would be good. Brian also talked about his time working on the Marvel Heroes game recently, and mentioned a few of his favorites that he made for the game, including War Machine, Vision, Ant-Man, Ultron, Nick Fury, and Thanos. Now, he also mentioned that these characters are all very important to him, so doesn't mean anything, but potentially could be stuff that he's interested in adding. Now, as for some news on potentially adding raids for single player and Omega level threats, someone said if we could get raids and Omega level threats single player, it'd be a huge improvement. Heard this feedback as well, no promises, but I'm looking into options and how we design our content long term. Then another person said that the point of a raid is to challenge a group of players, overcome the most difficult challenges and puzzles and enemies. So when you're designing a level that will require teamwork. Then another person said, bingo, I've always said that an Omega level threat / raid should never have single player compatibility. If it can be completed with AI, it's not going to be challenging. Then Brian said, and if a limited number of players experience the content in your game because it is too difficult or not consistent with other content in the game, the goal is to make the game as accessible as makes sense, not to limit who experiences content. So, good news for people who want more raids and stuff as single player. Now, on to whether or not we will get more cutscenes in the game. Would love some confirmation on whether or not we can experience cutscenes in-game in the future for hero events and expansions. Seeing new heroes fully rendered in cutscenes just helps the world feel alive, or if the new comic style shall be expected. No confirmation, yes or no. I'll say what I said during the live stream. Not all heroes will be introduced the same way as Jane. Some will, others no. It will depend on the hero, their origin in our world, and how it ties into the overarching Avengers narrative. Now, once again, Brian mentioned that he loves Wanda and hears people requests for her. He also mentioned that he'd love to get a version of the House Party Protocol from Iron Man 3 in the game someday. I do see this as important, and that is the fact that he asked who people's favorite NPC in Marvel's Avengers was, and who they'd like to interact with more and know more about their story. Now, this is a little important just because of the fact that if people want to see certain characters that we've seen in the game, like Nick Fury more, then this could potentially impact that. Now, for people who are fans of Stormbreaker, bad news, there are no plans currently. He reiterated that skins can't change attack animations currently in the game, and they have no plans to make them like that. Someone also asked if there are plans to update or change Spider-Man's animations and improve them, and he mentioned that there was no plans for that.